Ace first.
Yeah, the penalty taker.
Yeah. Mansell's undoubtedly one of the goalkeepers of the Premier League season.
Oh, he's been fantastic. He really has.
He played in England, not in the Premier League, for a short spell with Newcastle United in the Championship. About 14 games for them. He's come back to English football at Forest with a real flourish. João Pedro is one of those who often waits for the keeper to commit himself. So here we go with the shootout to decide the place in the semi-final. João Pedro to lead it off for Brighton, and he fired it to where Sells got a touch to it and did well to do that.
Yeah, really well struck, and it had to be because Sells went the right way. He might have even got fingers to it but couldn't keep this out. Brilliantly struck.
Amazing to get that amount of power from such a short runner. So it's Elliot Anderson. Forest, if memory serves me right, have lost a shootout this season in the Carabao Cup. It's the first game that Newcastle played to get all the way to lift the trophy, right back at the start of the season. So Anderson, once of Newcastle, wanted to go to Wembley with Forest, and he's helped their cause there.
Yeah, nicely done. He does just have a look to see where Verbruggen's going. Opens up, side foots it into the open side of the goal. Martin, this could go a long way. There's so little between these two sides.
You took the words out of my mouth. So I've got Brian Gruder, the German for the German coach. Got a good left foot. How good is it in this situation? Very good.
Yeah, really composed. Acknowledged by Sells because he's trying to deceive him by dropping away to his left-hand side. And he just waits a split second. Watch here, just stutters before he side puts the ball. And Sells has gone and rolls it in to the empty net.
Here comes Callum Hudson-Odoi, who got to 2 FA Cup finals with Chelsea. Got on the pitch, he was a substitute, I think, in both of them, and was a loser on both occasions. So, can he level this up? Nottingham Forest in the shootout? The answer is yes, pretty emphatically.
Yeah, nicely done. Struck high into the top corner. Very difficult for any goalkeeper to get across and reach that. Really good penalties to this point.
You take a risk going high, of course, don't you? It can go too high. It's very hard for the goalkeepers to go right up into the top corner. Impossible, really.
Yeah, you can see Verbruggen at full stretch. He cannot reach it.
Well, the teenager, Jack Hinchelwood, takes on the responsibility here and is saved. Didn't quite get it in the corner.
Didn't quite strike it cleanly either, Martin. It was a poorly struck penalty kick, advantage Forest. You can see it just strikes on top of the ball. There's no pace and there's no direction towards the corner, and Sells drops on it comfortably.
It's in Forest's hands now. The ball's in the court of Nico Williams.
Yeah, this is a massive moment in this tie. It really is.
Can't help but think the previous shootouts are counting for something positive for Nottingham Forest here at the Amex Stadium. But now, Nico Williams has put Brighton back in the contest by blazing high and wide. It's still level with 3 penalties each taken and 2 scored by each side.
Martin, I think he changes his mind because he sees the goalkeeper go, and in the end he's trying to keep it down, but leaning back, strikes it high. You never score if you don't hit the target.
And if you go for height, that's what can happen. Diego Gomez, relatively new to the Brighton scene. Wonderful worldwide recruitment policy. Paraguay. Here he goes. And he fires it straight at Sells, who stays strong. And Brighton have missed 2 in a row. Sells, to be fair, has saved 2 in a row.
Well, he's done really well there, the Forest keeper, because he stays up. This time he doesn't fall to either side. Gomez goes for power straight down the middle. Just watch Sells. He stays on his feet and he blocks it as it's driven straight at him.
Well, this is a very big penalty for a very big man. Nikola Milenkovic, his first FA Cup time. And he just gets it past the diving Verbruggen, who went the right way, and they are on the brink now. Nottingham Forest.
He looked cool, but it was precision. Side-footed, away into the corner. It just goes under the goalkeeper.
That's what Hinchinwood tried to do, wasn't it? Well, Lewis Dunk has to score. He's worn that armband season after season with immense pride. Been a fantastic servant to this football club. No margin for error here. It's in. And Brighton is still alive.
And Martin, it's right in the corner. Absolutely perfection from Dunk. Might have even kissed the post as it went in. You're not stopping that.
So it is the man who wears the Nottingham Forest badge on his shirt and wears the club's emblem on in his heart, really. Ryan Yates. This to send Nottingham Forest to Wembley by yet another penalty shootout route. And he's done it. They prevail, Nottingham Forest, on penalties yet again. But it doesn't matter how you do it, just that you do it.
Well, an FA Cup tie that was so close all the way throughout, but Yates, the captain on the day, comes up with the all-important 3 penalty shootouts won, and they find themselves on the road to Wembley. A semi-final place awaits.
It's gone the distance here. But the team that probably had the best spell over the 120 minutes in that first half, Clive, you'd have said at half-time, if you had to call it as a win on the first 45 minutes, Forest were the better side.
Yeah, and if you're asking me for the better team overall, I think that it was Forest today. They certainly were the better side in the opening 45 minutes. A response from Brighton in the second, nothing between them during it.